Alright, so it's been a while, and there's been a need for a new tutorial on how to make Forged Alliance Forever and Forged Alliance installation on Linux. And so that's what I'm going to do now. For reference, my base is Ubuntu 20.04, and I'm going to be using the Steam route for this, which is using Proton or Steam's wine to allow FA to run. And I use this method because it's the simplest, and this is what I recommend to all new users, because this is the simplest way to get it running, and it's like a short 6 steps. So let's get going. Alright, so here we go. First things first, I'm gonna remove my installation of both Forged Alliance Forever and Forged Alliance. What I'm going to do is go here, properties, and local files, uninstall game, uninstall. And while that's doing that, over here I have this folder, plus this folder, and this folder, which are all linked to Forged Alliance Forever. And why not this one while I'm at it? And now, this reminds me that I need to uninstall Java, so I think it's Oracle Java 14 installer. I think I'm also going to remove the library for Java 14. Launchpad. Nope. Where was it? Ah, Linux Uprising. All right. Yeah, of course. Alright, so I think I have that done. While we're at it, in local share applications, I have my FAF Forever launcher, so I'm gonna delete that. And the icon that I put here in icons, I'll leave it here because, well, you can do that yourself. No point in redoing it. Alright, so we're pretty good now. If I search for Forged Alliance, doesn't show up. If I search for FAF, doesn't show up. Alright, good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install Forged Alliance. So here we go. Install. Oh, first things first. To make sure that this button shows up at all, you need to go into Steam Play. Enable. This will be already enabled. You click Enable Steam Play for all other titles, and the version of Proton that it will suggest to you is 5.0-9 or probably a more modern one if you're watching this video sometime in the future. So after that, it will ask to restart Steam. Once it's restarted, the install button will show up here. Alright. So here we go, we're downloading. While we do this, we can go ahead and install Java 14. So, I'm wondering if I do the openjre or Oracle JDK. I think I'm going to do Oracle JDK. I tested both work, so you can do whichever one. JRE works fine too. Ubuntu. And we want Java 14. Which one did I use? This one? Right, so we're gonna add the Linux Uprising PPA. Oops. Right. I really think the update part is no longer needed. Oracle Java 14 installer, as I recall. Yes. So here we go. Steam is now done downloading Forged Alliance, so that's good. So what we're going to do is go into Properties and General and set launch options. Well, this is good. It remembers it from what I had before, but this is what we want to put here. So first of all, we want Proton no async equals 1, which is it enables no async for this game. Proton dump debug commands equals 1, and space %command%. All right. So we have that. We want to run it one time. Let's see where we are here. Yeah, we're just about finishing. Yeah. And so we can do a Java -- version, and we can see that indeed we are on Java 14. Correct. So yeah, it does suggest, by the way, this command, which I think I've already got. Let me check. Yeah, I already had it. So yeah, make sure you do that, and then yeah, the Java version will show up. It probably doesn't need it, but you know, just in case. So we're completely done with everything terminal related, and of course Java can also be installed outside the terminal. All right, it's adding DirectX. window. So, we don't care much about running it from Steam. However, we do run it once from Steam, and there's a good reason for that. First of all, as you saw, first time the game is run, the profile needs to be created, and once the profile is created, you can save your settings, which in regards to resolution and all that. Otherwise, it's impossible to have any settings. So FAF is not capable of functioning without that profile file. So now we have it. Also, the other thing that it does is that since we asked it to create our run config, we now have a run config. If we go to the root of our computer, we go into temp, and then we're gonna have proton underscore t. So that's my username. It's gonna be your username instead. It's gonna be proton underscore whatever your username is. And right here we'll have a run file, which if we open it, we'll see that it corresponds to the latest game run, which is supremecommander.x. So that's what we need. This run file contains all the arguments needed to run Forged Alliance. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control-C on that file, and go to Home, make a new folder. I'm going to call it Forged Alliance Forever, and we're going to paste it inside that folder. Great. So now what we're going to do is go download FAF. So I type download, download, and then it makes GitHub download clients releases. Perfect. So if you have trouble finding this, by the way, so you're going to type into Google GitHub FA Forever and here it is. It's well, it's in the sublinks. You have a link straight to the download client's repo. And to go to releases, you go here. There we are. Alright, so what you'll do is download the Unix one. Click it to open when it's done. Alright, and we're going to go into the subfolder and then take everything here and drop it into this newly created folder. Very good. Now by default these files are already executable, so there's nothing in particular that you need to do here. And what's left to do is create our desktop file. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy little cheat sheet here, and I have the contents here for a desktop run file, so I'm going to take that, copy it, and I'm going to make Control-N, paste that there, save it, and where are we going to save it? Well, we're going to save it under Local, Share, Applications. That's where we want it, and it's going to be called FA Forever. You can call it whatever you want as long as it has a .desktop on the end. So save, and we're going to go where we created it. Applications. It's here now, and we want to go into Properties, Permissions, Allow Executing File as Program. There you go. I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I do here. I run a bash instance. I change to the folder that I created. You'll have to edit this to whatever you want to have. That's a new line. Export my variable. Here it's already at the correct path. You'll have to adapt it to wherever your Java installation is, you know, whatever it may be. I kept changing this while I was testing with the different things, the JVM, the openjre, and etc. It's only this part of the path that ever changed. and then new line, and then run download FAF clients. Perfect. Right, so let's check it out. Let's see if it works. First of all, it shows up and it runs. Perfect. And what you'll need to make sure to do is open Steam, because of the run file that we're using. And this is the only inconvenience to all this, is that we're doing the simple trick, but the simple trick means that we need to have Steam open for it to work. But you know, for me, that's not an inconvenience, so that's what I do. Memorize my login. All right, good. Go into settings, and we're gonna go here. So it already auto-detected my installation, so I don't need to change this. But if this is not full, you'll need to go to choose and find your installation of Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give it a path to the run file that I created, which is this %s, right? And we're done here. So now let's just create a game. Test, and let's see if it works. There it is. Takes a while. Yuck. Okay, that was slow. Close, and here we are.